but it appears Thursday today even wetter than the Wednesday yesterday. But if not even the worst one, then they will pass. Then kind of, well, just the pray and hope say nothing bad happens really at the end of the day, like flooding and other things. Then will also be bad. But the weather, I mean, we can't do much about it, if at all anything that we can do safe anyway. So stay tuned. This is RiseNShine. So straight off, we start with the quote of the day today, and the quote of the day today come up from Winston Churchill, and this is what he says. He says, "Wise man speaks because he has something to say. A fool speaks because he has to say something." So now this is big enough, but then let's see how we put them in a very simple way. It's a person who gets sense, they talk because he gets something for say. On the other hand, somebody way, well, he go say no get better sense, because as far as I'm concerned, everybody gets sense anyway. So the person who not get better sense, he go talk because he want to say something. And like, you know, get nothing, but just because he get for say something, kind of, he just want for say him. So that's the difference. So thank you very much. That's not the quote for today. We'll call the quote of the day. So today we can talk about something very, very important, and especially in these days of ours, and as well, it's so special for people where they work. People where they work, people where they in some positions them. You cannot do without them kind of thing what they can talk about. This kind of thing what they can talk about. So today we can talk about routine bookman and called public speaking. We want to look at how important the corporate world, how important to people who they work like they say. So people who get some very good positions them, or any positions if I mean, once now work the work and give that kind of position, it requires that at some points you get to do some aspects of public speaking. So it tells you it's something important. It tells you it's something you need to pay attention to. It tells you it's something you need to perhaps learn the art of going about it, if at all you've never thought about that. Yeah, so we can talk about that this morning. Well, I expect somebody to help me for talk, but because that's not an expert in that field already, and so by all indication, we actually go safely say somehow an expert in that. It might not be like 100% expert, but to the best of my knowledge, he's well grounded around public speaking. As a matter of fact, in now one of the few people that we then it's again a lot of people that now safe in the art of public speaking, and a whole lot. I think it will be a pleasure for make me say really can will learn a few things from him today regarding public speaking, because say what you may not even those ways sometimes don't go higher kind of level of education. You think they can still make good public speakers. For some reasons, way sometimes if they expect there, I can't tell why is that the case. Because at times we think like it has to do with education, it has to do with your exposure, for example. But at times it's proved to be not like that. Some other things that can still lead to people with all the education then still not able to make good public speakers. Why? We want to find out this morning as well on the program RiseNShine. My name is Musa by Cisse. Don't forget, you always get a chance for the voice anytime we RiseNShine there for you. By way I go message or call with through the number 077963963963 077963963963. So we're a bit around the bush a bit as we wait for the arrival of a powerful guests who can talk about public speaking and the importance of the corporate world. I mean, people with the work. So how would I name but then quickly, if you look at the definition where the online encyclopedia, when the Wikipedia, the definition of public speaking, for example, and saying something they call oratory. They also they call them oratory, and now the act for or skill where you go use for deliver speech them, on a particular subject before people them. So that art where they use, that skill where they use for deliver speech them for talk. Most of the times when people talk in crowds, at times we say, yeah, this was a talk. When some other people talk, we say, this. Sometimes if I say they talk, we they bore at them, we they get it undertone, they they tell the person, say, this, we not like the way they address this topic, for example, or the way they do certain things. So a lot they happen during the course of public speaking. A lot they happen. So this is it, the arts or skill for deliver speech them na public, and this is not the definition where the online encyclopedia Wikipedia actually give. There are a lot of other definitions, but it really tell you now the way how they pass message to people them, and then people that they really get for they like before you, then they watch you, could you most of the times. Although now also it can happen virtually and some other means and all of that. But the inception of the concept itself, public speaking, you ever talk to a few number of people, if not a large number or a large number, you know, you did it, then they watch you. So at some point, questions and even come, you know. So there is a lot. So I really know for beginning goes to certain points. I mean, me guess go there any moment from now. So we'll look at some of them things but it's something where very important for people with the work. Like I say, if you get yourself in a certain position, even if all your life, you know, we don't practice the art of public speaking, they'll come that day where sometimes your boss or somebody goes, hey, Papa or Mama, can't go talk for Yanda, can't go talk for this. And at times, not even need for like be too much strict something for talk about, some light thing, something like even for market some product. Yes. You need to go talk to a particular audience about your products. It also requires you still forget some skills about public speaking, because those people you go talk to still not part of the public, and if you know get certain skills them where I really know I'm going to the specifics, I just try as best as possible not for going to the specifics. I just mentioned in a passing that you need to get certain skills, you need to know certain things, you need to get certain qualifications if possible for putting that way, and then otherwise you're not going to make that kind good kind of a public speaker, and for you to convey the message you want to really convey, which is I think that now your priority will really go make you go get that kind of goal the way you go pass on that you message there. So the number now is 077963963963. 077963963963. Again, I remember you say the program now RiseNShine, and the other too uncomfortable for some people, but somehow some of us still able to make way, and we are here. And as well, I for actually give kudos to me guests instead of making way now finally in the studio. I know it's tough for come through then kind of way that they are, then kind of 10 they are, but I'm so happy that at last they are now, and we are very safe for talk about public speaking right about now, because we get somebody where me go comfortably say an expert in your rights in this particular field. So in him now goodness. Yes, in name na Kai Pengusaquee, you know, and in the CEO and founder of Global Eloquence and Entrepreneurship Academy. And so, Kai, good morning, welcome to the program.
Yes, good morning.
Okay, when you talk about this, special thing to you, I mean, I really don't follow you. I don't do some small background check on you that you're so passionate about talking about public speaking and all of that. So then I will just bring a brief definition from the online encyclopedia Wikipedia. We talk about what in public speaking, but you don't do the arts now, you don't go through the practicals now, they teach people them how you go put what in public speaking, how you go put them into context, or maybe make somebody simply able to understand that.
All right, basically good morning to all the listeners. Well, like where you don't say, as you don't define them, see the definition of public speaking. Well, basically, Mickey always say public speaking, the message where they convey public in a confident and a very calm manner, in a very constructive way, where it able to persuade people, inspire people believe in what you say. That I believe say public speaking.
A few words that persuading people, and you also say constructive, and a few of them was in it. So not just about you talking, but persuasively and also constructively. Why is that important when we mention public speaking, for example?
All right, like I used to say, if it is about speaking, we all can talk.
Okay.
Everybody can talk. But to what extent do you talk? How you communicate do you get? And not only about talking. Somebody can go and talk here for the next 30 minutes. But all what he say, you don't get to know the content is not convincing. And people have to be inspired, or people have to be informed, or people have to be entertained. Okay. So if all them categories, then they don't know talk for complete 30 minutes, you're not able to inspire people, you're not able to persuade them, you're not able to entertain them, then it means the speaking of itself, it doesn't go with the true ethics of public speaking.
Okay, and let me come into the specifics now. Why do you think public speaking is quite crucial and important for people who work, people in the corporate world?
All right. Public speaking, one of the oldest institution ever. So we've all seen our politicians now with society. We all see youth activists now with society. We all see people that when they stand for rights now society. We all see in our offices then when it comes to meeting, how staff the most time they can participate during the meeting process. You may have a house full of 35 staff. You as a CEO, you don't pitch it to the problem where the company they face or the business they face. Maybe out of that 35, you expect each and every one of them to participate in that discussion. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 not able for actually stand and convey message which actually you want. Not because some people don't have the knowledge to speak and they don't have the actual information, but because they lack the confidence, they lack the ethics when needed for somebody for talk eloquent in a public. So public speaking, it is good for every staff and good for every executive, because now by that, even at your office, you're able relate with your company, your colleagues them in our office. So if you don't have that kind of skills, even for relate with people in our office, sometimes it is a bit difficult. Yeah.
Okay, and so that said, listener, you can still ask you questions regarding public speaking as we talk about the importance of public speaking in the corporate world for people with the work. And I get Kai Pengusaquee, and the CEO and founder for Global Eloquence and Entrepreneurship Academy, and we'll talk about the topic today. We'll talk about public speaking and why important for people with the work. My name is Musa by Cisse. The number we go use for send your messages them to or call we na 0779639963. The same thing you can do now on Facebook page live. So we'll drop your comments now. Maybe you get a question or two for Kai, and then Kai will respond to them questions and they accordingly. The number again is 0779639963. This na RiseNShine. So Kai, let's look at some workable skills them really like a public speaker for work on and ensure really it be that kind of comfortable public speaker.
All right. For Global Eloquence and Entrepreneurship Academy, like you rightly stated, na institution where we believe say business skills, having a business skills and having a communication skills, they are twin sisters. Now they all they move together. When you separate you have business skills, when you separate it from effective communication skills, then you will get the knowledge inside. You don't even know how to communicate it. Okay. And if you cannot communicate well what you have, people will never understand. So even at present, we have what we call we are coming up with a 3-month public speaking masterclass course. Very soon the program will start on the 27th of this month. We want to see how we can give back to society, how we can inspire people to believe in public speaking. So in that particular event, we shall be looking at a series of concepts where fall within the terrain of public speaking. Yeah. So to master, I always tell people, if you want to be an effective communicator, you want to communicate well in public, first off, you have to know what you have. If you don't, they say you cannot give what you don't have. You can only give what you have. So for somebody to become an effective speaker, naturally we say practice, practice, practice. That means after you have done your comprehensive research, what are you to do? You have to rehearse it effectively. Even 5-minute speech, you can rehearse 5-minute speech for almost 5-6 hours, just to become for you to affair with the content. Let you affair with your voice. Let you affair with even your body language, how you want to do it. So all of those things, I think the way you practice, you cannot wake up one morning, you just know, boom, how to master public speaking. No, it's not like that. You have to go through the processes. You have to do your research. When topic is being given to you, you have a task to perform in office and see for give report. After you have done your research, you go for rehearse. You go for rehearse intensively. Because whatever you cannot do behind the scene, there is no way you can do it in public. When you attempt to do it in public, you will do series of mistakes.
This is quite important for note, yeah, or perhaps interesting. Is it that all of these people we see, they do very good public speaking? They are not perhaps naturally born with it, but they were trained, or they train themselves to become those kinds of public speakers?
Yes, of course. There is no one who is born, and they're not born nobody as a confident speaker.
Okay.
It has to do with the mindset. In fact, first off, for you to be an eloquent speaker, it has to do with the mindset. You have to believe that you can do it. You have to believe that it is possible. Okay. You have to believe that there are people over time who were more dumb than you, and they're able to communicate effectively. It is not by magic. It is not by miracle. It has to go through the processes. And what are those processes? The few that I mentioned just now. You get for rehearse. In fact, you can be an eloquent speaker, a confident speaker. Topic is being given to you. You ignore the research. You ignore the rehearsals. When you talk, you're not able to convince people them how info be. Because everything in this world, you get for pay attention to them. So nobody is born being an eloquent or a powerful speaker. Even Barack Obama. If you listen to a inauguration speech, when you go through the documentary, they see where the man be the rehearse, the writing speech. It takes time for label master actually waiting for talking to public. Imagine that kind of person, a kind of level of confidence. But in get for practice, in get for rehearse. You understand? Because the rehearsal is not only about the confidence, but even how you for convey your voice, how you for use your hands, how you use the body language, what to say at the right time, not only to say. Yeah. So I believe say Navat.
Okay, and again we see, like you mentioned, at times we see these people can be very good at some public fora, but there are at times, or there could be some other times, these same people, we know they get much of what we don't get from them. What could be the reason?
Say again?
Like for example, this person we don't know how to say for being a good public speaker,
Yes.
but maybe one or two situations, it not be that person who used for see that kind of public speaker.
All right. The guy would say them called there is something that I always say. We have this sense of confidence syndrome.
Okay.
When somebody attains a particular height in society, most time care again some of the little minor things we need for put into perspective, for letting continue for thrive. So now the same thing I can disturb most of us, most public speakers, because I've seen again a situation where in a beginner in a speech competition with a man who has debated or spoken for over how many years, a beginner just win him out of that program day. Because the beginner would understand, say sabi. So all what he or she has to do, and for rehearse and put the right things into perspective. But the person that will get the confidence for speak, in effect, I don't need for do research, I don't need for even rehearse again. So when he goes there for talk now, say the crowd of itself and get you magic way they put forward. You understand at all time. Then audience and they by different. You understand? You can address students of a 100. You can speak very well. You will address them eloquently. Like you still take you them for able to address business executives. When I like a 15 or 10, you become panic. They able to convey the message people they expect you for do, because the different or the audiences are different, the occasions are different, and the content of that particular audience again is different. They are a student used to them when I can talk, when I get that kind of rapport among them. But here right now, you are talking about executive business leaders. The first thing that will come to your mind is sabi which you get for go talk. But that is not the case. You are there to teach. You are there to say what you have in you. Then same video for learn from you. So when you are wrapped with that kind of personality understanding, personality syndrome, then at the end of the day, for you to convey what you have is difficult. So us effective speakers, the research most of the time can be the problem, because he assumes he know, and only for do an extensive research. So when he goes there, that beginner, he don't do intensive research, he don't rehearse very well. It is very easy most time to emerge as victorious in certain competitions.
Okay, name again Kai Pengusaquee, and the CEO and founder for Global Eloquence and Entrepreneurship Academy. We talk about the importance of public speaking, in the corporate world. For people with work, the number we will use for call or message, we ask questions where possible. Maybe you will add on to the discussion. The number now 077 077-963-963. Make a member, you say, you listen to Rise and Shine from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Me, they bring this edition of the program come to you this morning. My name now Musa Bais. He said today we'll talk about public speaking and how important for people with the work. That's what we talk about today. And we'll continue to talk about this on to 8:45. But the time now 8 o'clock now. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we continue the discussion.
Mama, who say you there? Can't me gonna turn quick?
That was still no one come. Man, no get while you yourself na in pocket this money for buy fuel for keke right now.
So now because of fear make you pack keke, you don't hear about every money towards fuel?
What's in the Uber? I dey talk about fuel and make keke you talk about half money.
You look no they follow up with waiting the happen. You know say with every money you can towards fuel for your keke, pay later with no yagba stress.
That's what you talk and so. Tell me more about.
Every money together with him partner them, don't make it easy for keke rider them all sign at the country for towards fuel and pay later with every money.
This the final. So you mean say I can go to any fuel station where half money the partner with and just fuel for me keke and pay later with no yagba?
Yes, see. But before you do that, you need to register with the Afri Money team na the keke park where you dey because now that go qualify for trust the fuel.
This na good news for we them keke rider them. Look me, they go right down a parking ground for go register with the Afri Money team so I don't go miss this opportunity.
For trust fuel for you keke and pay later, just dial *161 *10 *4 hash. Follow the instruction. For no more, call 161. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, welcome back. And the program now, Rise and Shine from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. We'll talk about the importance of public speaking in the corporate world for people where they work. And I think before even Kai come in now the program this morning, update tell you say this is a situation where you just need for times handle when once you're in a certain position of trust or you don't become that kind of person. I mean, they will just call you one day and say, hey, you can't go. And like, I'm excited to talk about it. And just know every person where the work need for actually get some art of public speaking. Because you might not know, your boss could just say, hey, today go represent you and now. What would you do? You go say, no, boss, and then you go there and answer public speaking. So that could be so embarrassing, not just for you, but for the institution as well. So that's what we'll talk about today. How important are they be now the corporate world? Yourself could go call we now and message with the number now 077963963. 077963963. One thing I don't learn so far from kind of the fact, even the non-orators that we will know so today across the globe, they still rehearse, they script them, they still they do a lot of research, they still do a lot of other work before they go actually face the public when they speak to. Well, maybe you don't they look at people and they don't ever know that, including me. I must confess, I think like they don't master this art now that they even don't need for do all of them things. But here I am, Kai tell me now say today these guys still do a lot of things before they actually face the public. So Kai, let's look at some. These things about public speaking, there is what they call nervousness and stage frights and all of that. How public speakers really can go about handling denting and in an event they happen?
Yes. The life we live, the most important thing about human, we mindset. Yeah, the mindset. Because no matter the skills that is been given to you to do certain things, when you have a very poor mindset about yourself, it can be very difficult for you actually able to get the right thing. Because we have seen people over the years that we have trained, giving them the skills how to master their speech. But when they have this poor mindset about themselves, that if I go to Tinap, I go for make mistakes. If I go Tinapia, then go for laugh at me. If I go Tinapia, I go for panic. All of the mindset indeed. When you are clouded with those mindsets, no matter what the information where you get in you, most time it will be very difficult to make you convey. But the beginning for to master your confidence, like I say, having the right information and having the rich information with you. When you have the right information, you have the rich information with you, it is easy for you to maintain on stage, for you to give actually what you have. And again, in the aspect of nervousness, I always tell my students, when you are talking, even when you realize that you have made a mistake, just continue to go, don't stop. Most time what you say, the audience is not aware of it. But when you pause, you give them the leverage to understand that you have made mistakes. You understand? So it's very key to develop a very strong mindset about yourself if you want to actually master your skills in public speaking. So number two things again, the rehearsals I spoke about a few minutes ago. All of those ones that can be done behind the scene. You have your mirror at home. You can stand there. You look at yourself. If you are not confident with yourself, then you continue to do your rehearsals until you are confident with yourself. Then you can go there and talk. You can go there and do what you are there to do. But when once you are standing before that mirror, you still the panic, you still nervous, you dey continue for do am. You continue for do am till you look at yourself, you see yourself as the audience now. You judge yourself. Then you able to master some of the things then. There are most time again some speakers before they start for speak on a podium, they see they drink water first. Then finally, it's not that the man is thirsty to drink, also not thirsty to drink, most of them, but for ease. You understand? For able ease in intention. So when he stands to talk, you know, we say for start. Say all great other speakers again before they start for speaking. See them. Some man will use phone, some man will use stories, some man will use other things for opening speech. All those ones they are used most time for two reasons. One, to get the attention of the audience, and two, to ease yourself. Because if I am not too confident to talk, most time a single story that you give, people they laugh. By the time you don't laugh, you don't ease yourself. Sometimes the single fun you make to open your speech, before then don't laugh, you don't ease yourself. You understand? So no sooner they are finished laughing, boom, you start your speech. You understand? So like I said, number one, it has to do with your mindset about yourself, the perspective you develop about yourself. Believing that you can do it, believing that the information that you have, you can deliver it very well. Number two, I spoke about the rehearsals techniques. You have to rehearse intensively for you to master what is actually affecting you. So when you assume the stage, the mindset about you, the information that you have, the practices that you have done, all them things, then they can lead you well for you able to deliver the right information, to the audience.
So what happens in an instance of impromptu, like then just something this morning, my boss say, hey, man, what did happen at 12 o'clock, Bambai, or so, or maybe even less than an hour, or within an hour, and tell you, say, hey, can go do this speech, for example. How you also able to fit in, or should we say, no, I need to prepare for 2 days, or maybe, or so. How people who approach them can think then they?
All right. They engage some. There is a guy I take class online yesterday, and to get that kind of contract agreement. And say for the past 3 years, they look for actually possible way they take a public speaking class and this leadership and effective communication class. So we had a class yesterday. I think that was what he told me yesterday. So like, why don't give him a series of guides how for actually master in confidence when it comes to speech delivery. So that was a question he brought forward. He said, what if I just sit on my boss believes in me as I will speak? You understand? Then just call me and say, hey, Musa, please do this thing for me. So what I said to him, speakers are continuous researchers. Yeah. When you want to be an effective speaker, you have to be an effective researcher, and you have to be an effective reader. Because the more you read, the more you discover certain information about you, about the world. Where one day they will call you for make you do something impromptu. So based on the fact that you have done series of research over the year, like for instance, I am called to do an impromptu speech. I actually know no sooner you announce the topic, I know where to start. Because of what? There is series of researches I have done over the years. I know when to do it. You want me to present on corruption. Now, no sooner you say corruption, I don't say, oh, either I start with a report, forget the attention of the people in way they talk with, or I start with statistics, or I start with a phone, or I start with the existing situation today now with society that has to do with corruption. So you know exactly what you for do.
So that's because over time you don't come for read certain things about corruption, or you don't know certain things about corruption, so that they put in a better position for handle that impromptu kind of speech they want to do on corruption.
Indeed. Then again, on certain topic, whether they give you an impromptu speech, most time it is not actually what they mean. You understand? They're like a symbolic topic. Let's say, for instance, if I can't talk on a topic, the forests are no longer green. You know, me, Sige for can't talk on the forest. You can actually relate it to corruption. You can relate it to peace. How Sierra Leone used to be a peaceful society. But today, peace is nowhere. Today, XYZ is happening in our environment. You understand? So certain topics that whether in the give, it is not, they are not direct. When I go for direct how you want them. So this week, public speaking program, what would they come up with? Possibly it will be at when they get a final meeting today. It will likely be at Chicken Town, but not finalize it. These are some of the things we'll get for focus on. How we for lead people to make them understand the actual content and the basket full of topics in public speaking. So we encourage people then for, if you want to call, you can just check on our Facebook page, the Global Eloquence and Entrepreneurship Academy. You will have a direct response to that.
All right, I'll come back to that. And when I come back, I will read some of your comments on our Facebook and as well check now the inbox. Plus, you go call you as well on the number 0779639663. The program now RiseNShine from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. My name is Musa. By Today we'll talk about the importance of public speaking in the corporate world, and I get Kai Pengusaquee in the CEO and founder for Global Eloquence and Entrepreneurship Academy. So we'll take a pause now with the social media again with Bintu Sudan. And the headline this morning is that our Tombo is getting married by December. That's according to her. Bintu gets more and other trending stories then.
And welcome to social media trend, and we first one this morning and one where we still lead our Tombo like every minute, second day, and how our Tombo to give you content. Well, whilst Musa Tombo and Menzuri went do lovey but tattooing each other's name, our Tombo is set to get married come December 2024, according to her. It posted this yesterday in official leader our Tombo Facebook page say she's set to get married December 2024. It is all over social media. Everybody they ask, oh, that's not the man where they can marry you. And they say, we sorry for the ghost waiting for can marry you. Like a lot of comments, and they did a lot of savage and nice congratulations comments and all the comments. And they say, it makes so nice. Una no go allow the girl for making flex. They say, una go buy. And they say, waiting at the song, because so now for stay in the camera, you will relax. And they say, go ahead, we will support you. And they say, God is running it for us. As soon as the scoreboard go light, keep smiling, leader. What Tombo, you are a woman of class. A lot of comments then, lady. And they say, Musa Tombo, can't see you. The mommy can finally come on you and check my social media. You they see them posting they, and of course incredible JJ and Aminish they on a very healthy competition. We see them posting on social media say they like the love and the healthy competition where they go between the all two, where we see them congratulate incredible JJ for where you don't get over 100,000 streams on Boomplay on a song Bad Bush, and that's very huge for Ram NSF Amination, a new song Winner Heaven. Self done the hits and people done the play up. The flyer post, the flyer go all over, flyer people they share, and of course the song is finally out. So people congratulate them for the healthy competition. And these two, as time for be corrected, I know say they are lovers, maybe they are still lovers. I don't know if something has happened. Well. We gonna we is everything they open for bring account to now. Another one again this morning is still about the Samsa stuff. Still people are coming at Shadowboxer for a list where he do say a list of best rappers in Sierra Leone. You know, Samsa begin this competition, begin this beefing way say King Cowdinary is the one and only best rapper in Sierra Leone, where lots of people in Kamata, including and give comment, including Shadowboxer give comment. Well, they forget about Samsa, everybody they come at Shadowboxer, Cool J come and every other people in come and say Shadowboxer not for your list because he's a one song rapper. Like now one song you do. King Tommy say, let's Shadowbox and not police. Let's Shadowbox and not talk. Because you don't know about rap. Now one and one kanda music in it. And in one kanda music we get. You don't sell out for Africana. Check na social media. People they say, tell them, not to sober guy. Okay, I'm not here. Then they say, okay, Natty, I not hate. So now we mention Cool J Panga business like you. How can you do that? And they say, Tommy gets where he says Shadowbox are selling music for Africana. I say from that same list. No man African in the beat fixed, and he say this dude, and say you call on name, he say yo, he say this man does not know what he's saying. A lot of comments, then they check on social media, they see then comments, then they let you add your own. So another interesting one again this morning, Guinness World Record don't post one Oside Oluwale aka Coded, where they say he performed the longest video game marathon playing soccer game. And they say he registered a time of 75 hours. Now if you don't for just they play video game no more non-stop video game. And then they actually game this Guinness World Record and post the guy, not like the Ghanaian chef. When I do for his go copy certificates and game to himself. So the guy from Nigeria don't get the Guinness World Record for for play video games for over 75 hours. Just they play video games no more. Now I read some comment. Then they say, don't let my Ghanaian brothers see this. They say they will go 10 days without even blinking. Then they say, was he winning the matches though? Then they say, do they pay people after breaking certain records? I want to shoot my shot. I am cooking. I say Ghana people will just jump on this now. Then I say, congratulations to all Nigerians. Congratulations. The football gamers are proud of you. I say, at the moment, I think I have to make good use of my DLS because I too love playing this game. Well done, guy. Another interesting one again, that this relationship guru will tell woman them in Nigeria, they say, why should you date your boyfriend in secret until he marries you? So it tell them, say, you might know for the post business, when you get your boyfriend, now for keep her in secret, say ready for marriage. Then you were ready for go and do lovey, you don't get man. Yes, so you don't do. Yes, so you did now. Hey, you oppress people on social media and they give people a chance again. He say keep your relationship on a secret, on the low, take on a married. He say, what if in a situation on a camp parts now? People they watch, do you go there with another person? Do you don't you go post about you go there with another person? That they should say you not a person when it last with relationship. Well, it's all over social media. I like for bring some things that will be very interesting and trending to now. Make a bring candies and it's an advice for we young ladies there. You get over 16.6k views and 1,000 plus comments and likes on why posting not for post you partner, especially for women. Yesterday I bring something to say the lady posting guy they cries because they say they go 1 week weekend, they show how the guy love and blah blah blah. We ladies, we are prone to all this. But this guy say no post that partner until he married you, because lots of consequences then it can be. Lots of consequences then they after. Because at the end of the no end up married, that's going to affect you in the future. Well, I just read a few comments and I say, if I date anybody, even if you go missing, I won't post you on social media. I say I can post on WhatsApp whenever I wish in a long time. I say when I date you, I am dating you for us to work things out and not for everyone to have a look. I say before you can know why I'm dating you, go do big work, because you can never see me posting a man on my status or any other social media. I say, and don't post me also until I am permanently sealed. Well, I guess the motion, my brother, there is no woman or man that haven't dated till they married. He said if a person said he won't marry you because your partner posts you, he should look for an invisible person and marry them. He said don't stress anyone. Life is too short. Allow people to enjoy the moment and not even marry anyone. Well, now that we get from his social media again this morning, me we are coming in. I've been to Sudan State.
Okay, the Mamina little corner been to Sudan to say thank you very much for always keep we up and running with happenings on social media. So our Tombo is getting married according to her in December or by December, but also I think they don't give some advice to the ladies, but even the gents. But I think the ladies they're more quick than post than guys them status or whatever it is. People are saying you have to doll until it finally happens. Okay. All right, let's go back to the messages now from Facebook precisely and then come back to Kai. And so the first message here, they say, what are some common mistakes to avoid during a presentation or speech? And it come up from Bank's Digital Solution. And Kaudu Signa, they say, what are common fears or challenges people face with public speaking and how can they overcome them? This is one they say from John K. Kamara, they say great one. And Mohamed Fofana, they say this man has transformed goodness. I think I get missed of those messages right now, but then I'll come back and check them. I think they say this man has transformed a lot of lives through his public speaking trainings and all of that. Maybe an organization grow beyond sea level. They say, amen. So I'll come back and pick some more of them messages. Then I don't get a lot of them really. I will come back and take more of them. But Kai, this is what in some people they say when they follow the show. People who sometimes don't they follow you look appreciative of what you don't they do over time. But also I think people don't get a few questions for ask about perhaps what in people they face going through public speaking and how do they overcome those kind of things. Somebody will ask about the common mistakes them as well where people can do and stuff like that.
All right. The common mistakes where people make most time when it comes to public speaking. One, like I pitched in my opening statement. So come say preparation and practices via the backbones towards being an effective communicator. Yeah, because it's not only about communicating, but how effective is your communication. Therefore, look into that direction there. One is a lack of preparation. When you not prepare very well for duty for do, there is no way you're able to something that will inspire people, or there is no way you're able to convey that message where the audience expects from you. Because life of itself, there is a saying, is it prior proper planning leads to prior proper planning leads to success. So if you know prepare very well, you know rehearse very well, you know do your research very well, you know do your homework in a very effective manner, there is no way you can register success. So except you have to do what is right, then you can able to get what you want. So lack of preparation, that's not one. And in that context, again, has to do with the research aspect and therefore do the practices aspect. All of them things, and these are common mistakes where most time we can do. Sometimes you have a topic where you're familiar with, not because you're familiar with the topic, you feel you don't need to do research on it. So that can make you, that can lead to a series of mistakes at the end of the day. So to avoid some of them things, and most time when you are giving a topic, you've already faced the audience. Always try as much as you can for you watch the audience. If you avoid looking at the audience, that is a huge mistake.
It's good you don't count the audience aspect of them. I was really going to focus on that aspect. How do you really relate to the audience? How you go to, because this is something you do not by yourself or for yourself alone. You are interacting with people, you are talking to people. How do you handle how you go maintain between yourself and the audience? How you relate to them? How you forgot about all of that really?
Okay. Dealing with the audience, just like where you talk with person on a personal basis and person on face to face, you talk with them.
Okay.
The only way the person able to take notice, say you are confident on what you are saying. Now we able to watch and direct in your eye. Now the person go be confident, say what you talk. It's not about not deceptive, but you're actually confident on what you say. So if you are dealing with your audience, the very first thing you should do not say, oh, what you go for go today. It's not about you, it's about them. And it is not only about satisfying yourself, because if it is about you, you can come on at the stage, you are satisfied. But it is not about you, it is about the audience. So looking at them, it's key. It's key. You therefore watch the audience on their faces, let them see you. You understand? You don't go look constantly on one side. It go be there. You have like 3 phases. You have your left, you have your front, and you have your right. Your right again. Yeah. So on the left hand side, it can look so. When you come the middle, then you go on the right hand side. You take it from the right hand side, and you go systematically. You understand? So when you do that way, the people themselves, then they be confident. They know, so okay, which they can talk. You sabi them, then you get authority on which they can say. But if you never watch them at the eyes, it means say which they can talk. You don't even trust which they can say. Then you don't even trust yourself. So that is key. Then the audience again, they said you have 30 seconds to get the attention of your audience. Yeah. So the first 30 seconds, now there you pitch actually what the audience want for make you do. It's not by going there, hello, my name is Kai, I am here to present on the, no, those things they are worn out. Speech is not about that again. When you are giving a speech, when you are giving something to talk on, say how you for start them. You get for be like a wow. You understand? Whether you start with a story, you start with a quotation, you start with a statistics, all of those ones, you use them to open your speech. So immediately after that, you can just say your name or you introduce yourself. Yeah. So
Okay.
I think it's about
quickly,
the audience.
sorry for interjecting. Really,
Yes, yes.
I mean, this is key that we understand this. Unlike I'm for putting now say the old method whereby as they go, so hey, my name is Musa, you can talk on this thing
Yes,
and
sure.
blah blah blah, and then before I go into the topic proper, sometimes I can even mention the topic now and before I begin loose and small. Now you are saying for the modern trend of public speaking, you can start with statistics, start with a fun, start with something for just get the attention of the public. Okay, so this is crucial for you sometimes for going to public speaking, for making you know now that there has been a shift for your own best interest. It's good now that say if I ever go speak, no matter what the topic is, I really no need perhaps for go straight and begin talk on the topic, or even Kai introduce myself formally. And as a matter of fact, sometimes Kai they don't even introduce you as a speaker, for example. So, which is also saying that you need not to come and introduce yourself formally or otherwise. I mean, go straight and begin talk. Starts with something else. That's very, very key for no. So again, you talk about looking at the audience. At times, there are people in a particular audience. When we look at those people as well, we react in different ways. How do we handle that? For example, somebody the way they champagne at that public day, at that audience day, somebody the way sometimes in your eyes, then fixed on you. No sooner you turn out to the audience, they see that person, like you go begin to why is it that this person they constantly look at me? I mean that kind of thing they begin run out your mind, and sometimes you are tempted to be carried away and start to do something away from your public speaking.
Yes, it's not something way common. It's very common. And most time there are people waiting at the audience. It's not that the audience will intimidate you. It is just a philosophy with speakers that we just have in us. You understand? For say the audience is not there to intimidate you.
Okay.
In order for make you panic. Now your mindset now they make you panic. Because the assumption where they build about them. Now they make you panic. You understand? Like now it's on the back and say, well, we don't get one professor among we. This audience today, we are able professor, the assumption now you don't become panic. Like all what you are going to say the professor Sabian. But the professor too is limited and get your aspect life in Sabi, not everything. Yeah. So now I make the audience, like I said, you have the left, you have your front, and you have the right. If there is somebody in that angle where if you say and it disturb you, well you cannot hide the shift. Most time they look at people then, but your eyes not the, you are not, your attention is not on them. You understand?
Okay.
I can look you show me attention all day to you. I focus on what they say.
All right.
You understand? And again, you can look at somebody. You can focus on someone on the audience, stay in panic. It don't happen. Like somebody feeling like, hey, this when they watch me, so go ask a question. They're in the between eyes. The same thing goes to you where they present. Because the more the person look at you, not like the person is trying to make you panic or become intimidated. No, but it tell you say, and trust what you they do and what you they say, and believe in actually what you they say. Now make the person they look at you. What is embarrassing when you are speaking, when people know they watch you.
Okay.
Now the most disturbing thing that one day, when they talk, people know they watch you. That they plot in phone, this is looking this way, that they between eyes like that, you they feel embarrassed as a speaker. You understand? But when they look at you, like if I give you a confident say, you are saying the right thing. You they on track. You understand? But when you they speak, this is somebody grab what I'm gonna do. This is doing this. You they feel bad. It send signal say you are not on track. You need for package yourself well. You understand that kind of thing there. Just like they talk to small pikin, when they talk to one, they see and they go. You they feel bad. But when you talk to and pay attention to it, they watching your eyes, and they send signal to you, so they begin to listen, then they understand what you say.
Okay.
You get that?
Exactly.
Yes. So that's it.
All right. The number is 0779639663, because these are some of the things at times where can happen with public speakers, and before you know it, a lot of mistakes that don't begin to come now, and this possibly be the focus, not the focus any longer. Let's take for example again, still around this eye contact. Maybe at a talk, I don't see this very fine looking girl so they focus on me. By the time you know it, now my thoughts don't begin mixed up and and all of that. I think that's something where you want for advice public speakers, not for indulging at that moment when they're on the stage for talk, for give them speech, for example, because it's natural. I'm saying I go to watch now, my mind go to run pan different thing.
Yeah, sure.
You know. All right, so we can take you through some newspaper headlines. Then we'll come back, we'll continue for pick your messages and send your calls to 077-963-963, 077-963-963. Remember, say they listen to the program Rise and Shine from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Today we'll talk about the importance of public speaking in the corporate world. And just so you know, of course, Kai here and his team get for organize a whole program. Is it going to be a week long or something days? How many days, Kai?
Yes, it's going to be, it's almost like a 3-month program, but it's on weekends.
Oh, that's very long.
Yes,
anyway, we'll surely talk a few things about that program before we wrap up. But then quickly, the newspaper headlines them now. They start with the Salon Times newspaper on the front page. This very big story, they all in red words, and it say here, state lodge expenses 377 million 170 billion. All right, it said 377,170 billion leons. That's not state lodge expenses, and they categorize them as the expenses of Office of President 404,787 billion, and special warrants 50,918 billion. President's bills expenses in 5 years. That's what the paper writes, Salon Times newspaper. It's a very big headline, and that seems to be the only big headline of that story, in that newspaper. And then there's a story as well. They say lawyers and engineers and politicians. I don't know what this story they talk about really. But let's move on to the Premier News newspaper. And they say Rangers fight uphill battle against deforestation. This other story, they say magistrates adjourns former president's inquiry for treason. And this other story, they say Information Ministry to host president in National Town Hall meeting. And a story as well, they say a magistrate defers investigation of ex-soldier for treason. Those are stories all you can get now at the Premier News newspaper we come out today. The Freetown Post, they say Orange empowering lives in telecom and social impacts rather. And again, we get a story where they say Lara Taylor Pierce speaks out. And this other story, they say Mercury's Daru draw transforms forecaster's life. So that's a story. And we'll move on to the final newspaper this morning. We want to look at the Global Times. And then they say 9 presidential nominees approved. And this other story, they say MPs probe local councils. Plus the final story on this front page, they say Deputy ACC Commissioner subscribes to oath of office. So those are the stories on the front pages of the newspaper. So we bring you today on the program Rise and Shine. Continue to follow, continue to ask you questions, make your contributions. The number now 077-963-963, 077-963-963. I stay there with Kai Pengusaquee, now the CEO and founder for Global Eloquence and Entrepreneurship. We'll talk about the importance of public speaking for people with the work, you know. So Kai, why people with the work? I mean, we don't talk some aspects of why important for make really then develop some art of public speaking, but also why you think some institutions are not think wise, for example, for they train them, staff them in the art of public speaking, but all you know, some would not say, this person is having talk. Maybe also you bold for talk, like you just look like criteria, like for example, you bold, you voice fine, for example, and you know the afraid crowd and say, okay, you are good to go for public speaking. So why do you think institutions them need to go beyond that kind just way of determining who that for go speak for them, for example, or relying on people that say, okay, at any time I can just call out this person and he go speak on our behalf, not public?
Yes, I believe so. Every institution, they have what you call it capacity building program. Every institution, I believe, say they get that, a particular one. But sincerely, we are not too focused on capacity building, even in our institutions. So now you make it, you find out, say, somebody will work here work some side for almost 10, 15 years. The person remains the same. You understand? Nothing changes about the individual because there is no augmentation in terms of skills development. But public speaking, like Jeff Bezos, they say, it is good for every man, and good for every CEO, and good for every staff. Should understand, because even your interpersonal relationships in an office, public speaking has to do with that. Because public speaking is not only about confidence building, but there are some etiquette which you need to actually master for help you throughout your career. So to have a very effective and a very cohesive working environment, I think public speaking should be a must. It should be a must. Because you get even the CEO, even the way they can communicate to the staff room. In self, most time when they communicate, it's not about communicating, but how do you communicate to people? You understand? This is very, very much, it's key. Yeah. So somebody can get confidence, but how to convey the message again, there are techniques how you can do it. Yeah, even when it comes to conflict and resolution. So now you're gonna start in offices them, this talk, barat and gossips and some other things them, they don't. Because that kind of capacity building, did it. Yeah. And not only to capacitate them based on the content of the office, what the office stands for, but again, giving them the skills of interpersonal relationship which fall within, again, this form of public speaking. How do you communicate with your fellow humans? How do you communicate with your staff? How do you communicate with your boss? All of them things, and the public speaking, they target each and every one of them. Yeah. So then we'll get somebody who just now ain't confident in that office they for talk, now will take for good training, confident in public speaking. Well, what the person knows, again, maybe just because of the basic confidence where you get is F9 they go transport with them. But people are not actually doing it because they look at, sometimes there is a cost for that. There is a budget for capacity building, but the corruption is everywhere. So for capacitate people when they work in an office system is very difficult, and it is very key. Somebody not only for work for you pay them, but actually what skills you say go able give them. Even when the person left, what he is able proud of. Because this is what I got when I was there. But salary is not too into that. We are not too into that.
Okay. Let's hear from somebody really, I think. Good morning. Good morning, RiseNShine. Who's I call from, please?
Musa?
Yes.
Mohammed.
Okay. 077963963. You go call in the voice now the program. And we still talk about the importance of public speaking in the corporate world. And then you go actually call and send your messages them to the number 077963963, or if you go drop a comment on the Facebook page at RiseNShine 96.3 FM. Good morning, Mr. Black. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Black. Okay, I think we lost that call there as well. I still get Kai in the program, Kai Pengusaquee, in the CEO and founder for Global Eloquence and Academy, where then they into so much of public speaking and entrepreneurship and all of that. But then we'll come back to Kai Jishno. The number now 077963963. Please stop for flash. You can message or call me. Also, drop a comment now on Facebook page at RiseRadiosl 96.3 FM. Also, I will try to bring them message and there. I think we'll get a lot more really comments than at the Facebook. Good morning, Mr. Blah.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Fine.
I tell you, I'm very thankful for this educative program this morning.
Thank you.
This thing we are talking about, so you don't make people don't lost jobs, don't lost offices because of where they talk, where they shame to the people. So yes, sir. So I very appreciate this program this morning. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you. And I'm Mr. Black from Rokel Central. The number we will call now 077963963. I still get Pengusaquee, we're now the CEO and founder for Global Eloquence and Entrepreneurship Academy, Mina Musa by Cisse. And the program, we continue for pick some more messages na Facebook. We'll try to bring more, really, we get a lot more really ways we can really need for maybe respond to, but we'll come back to the messages then. The number now 077963963, where you go call now and add the voice now the program RiseNShine. Today we talk about the importance of public speaking and and into now the corporate world, now people the way they work and why important, and Kai really don't try in level best for lose a lot of things. There was sometimes me say not be able to understand, how important and things and they day. For institutions then, but also even individuals them, other institutions then the number now 0779639663. So Kai, let's look at this aspect as well. There are people who by nature then get Englishman really get some way there for describe them people in terms of them speech them, they're not able to pronounce certain words them, then also get some ways and way then even the voice at times it's all of them things they can count. So then thing that all not in the way sometimes you also need for practice how for do them or for work on them, or there are things there is nothing you can do about them, but then you can still go on and become that kind effective public speaker. Like in terms of mispronunciation, in terms of even the voice or some other just natural things the way you sometimes don't go get things for do about them.
Yes, there are a lot of things where they within them public speaking. So now you get institutions in the world where specifically they're not on public speaking.
Okay.
So that's tell you say it gets a lot of things where a lot of concepts where we need to be mastered for you become an effective speaker. They get voice modulation, they get pause, and a lot of things and way passing key, but everything, all na rehearsals, na practice. You get for practice them. How you talk in public, the voice way they use consistently, you understand? Even the words the way they pronounce. Now you make after we don't do you final draft of your speech, you get for rehearsal. All the words them where they did it. If you say this particular one, you get for become an issue to you before them. If you cannot pronounce it well behind the scene, then remove it. You can replace them, put other word the way will be more apt and more applicable for you.
And that word there as well change the meaning of the concept, for example, as well.
Of course. It may not go to word issue just because of na big words. The back one show say Isabi English or Isabi do this thing. You go pronounce badly. Then people then begin laugh at you. Then you are not that kind of a 100% confident speaker. Then you become panic. You understand? But if you're a 100% a confident speaker or 70 or 60%, you don't know how for dodge that. You can bring a lot of things for able maneuver. And if you were to come up, you understand? So everything and absolutely everything I research, get for research, get for rehearsal, not by magic.
So there is this aspect of some of our speakers, public speakers, precisely, keen too much focus on the scripts, whereas others, you just see the peeping is so small, but he's flowing. What's the magic? What's the why the difference?
Yeah, well, the guy which them call we have what to call manuscript readers then. Go ahead and say manuscript. Sometimes these are official documents. Where they write, the president, give president for read, and read them comprehensively. And get some other one them where they impromptu, them spontaneous one them, where the topic is being given to you. Even though yes, you don't write some, but you don't offer with the content of the presentation. Okay. So the document will only do with you as a guide, but you can say it even in the absence of that document. So should anything happen along the line again, you can just use that document for just watch quick, then you continue with your speech. You understand? So now like that. So impromptu speech, of course, you know go for sit down and write some or rehearse. This is something you just come up, then you do them. You understand? Then the other one, the extemporaneous speeches, all the one and they. These are things where you don't get to write comprehensively, just like a bullet point. Get your bullet points where you talk. Yeah. So for we get memorized speakers then. So man then get the content they don't write and they memorize everything. Get the one a drama group, you understand, the movie stars. They write you script and give you. You get to memorize them, they inside you. You understand, word by word, that's what you talk them. The way they will give say this and read them, it's not be read them.
Okay. So and I get for go strictly by the words.
Yeah, I get for go strictly by the words. You know about nothing. I would think they read out.
But even that as well gets some amount of we see there are people where sometimes they get and then they tremble almost the people go on for them, for example. If they not put on a particular desk or somewhere where you can go rest, if not all and so that nervousness as well.
Yes, in fact, on this where we get for do that with program. Now one of the techniques them way we get for use for assess some of the participants.
And someone will sweat under AC.
Yes, of course. Of course. So if you need to hold paper, so confident for talk with people, it means you still get confidence issue with confidence. Yeah. But when you can hold it that kind of confident and talk to people, you're not able to shake. You steady. That it means you don't get a little understanding and control over your confidence. Now techniques somewhere you need.
Right.
No speaker another in the world they get 100% confidence in public speaking. You know they. But just like we used to within 1, 2, 3 seconds, I for position itself for talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we really want to end up now, but quickly on the program where they come, just remind me what it is. And I think you mentioned saying that you're going to be on weekend basis, and it's a 3-month long on weekend. So what's in that program there, and what's people need to know about it?
It's a public speaking masterclass program where we come up with. Right. But basically, I say it's a course because we get a lot of topics that we get for focus on, and that program for it take place on Saturday and Sunday. Because we understand, say, throughout the week, people get busy. Yeah, somebody go to work and they're off at 5, 6 o'clock. But during the weekend, from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, now the program for it take place. So at least you can more serve yourself. You can able to go there, 2 hours program. Then the program come to an end. On Saturday, the same thing again from 4 to 6. So basically, it's a paid up program because we get for come with well-known speakers them over the years for them can give the experiences with them pass to how they able get their confidence. Yeah, we get for come with series of them. So now we make but it's not expensive. Somebody want for the part of the program, you can call on 078 358549 078 358549 or check our Facebook page when our Global Eloquence and Entrepreneurship Academy. Then you will get a very quick response.
Okay, and I'll be asking whether when this weekends then will get for start. Now this weekend will they come on next?
On the 20th, we'll start on the 27th.
Okay.
Basically next week.
All right, the last weekend of July.
July, sure.
I thank you very much. We will follow that program there and see how much we will actually be part of in a way of perhaps popularizing it. Maybe even for be part of it, because as far as some of us still concerned, we still need some aspects of public speaking,
Sure.
So that's very good. Thank you very much for coming today. And I'm Kai Pengusaquee, and I think
So the name is
Kai Pengusaquee, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, Kai Pengusaquee, and then the CEO and founder for Global Eloquence and Entrepreneurship Academy, and then they talk about the importance of public speaking and the corporate world today in the program RiseNShine. My name is Musa by Sise. One for Teleplan, thank you for taking time for listening to this edition of the program, but continue for stay tuned to Rise Radio 96.3 FM right through the day. At 9 o'clock will be the time for the sports show, and I want to say a special thank you to my executive producer Mariam Abba, John, and of course the Mubangra. We also support the program this very morning. Stay tuned with us. Stay tuned to Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Till tomorrow we'll bring you the final edition. Bye bye.